Okay, this is gonna be a quick one. Quick story about intuition, and follow your intuition. Pay attention to the signs. The things that jump out at you don't friggin' jump out at you for no reason. Even if they don't make sense now or in the moment, oh my God, just you keep your eyes open and they will. Okay, so when I was in my previous destination in a different state that's like 7 hours away from where I am right now, I saw a sticker on a truck that had, what the fuck, dude? Excuse me? What the fuck? What the actual fuck? Holy shit! Yeah, your brakes are working fine, obviously, because there you go again. What the fuck was that? Wow, dude. Okay. Yeah. It's like right up there with Southeast Florida. You know what happened? I'm driving on a 2-lane 45-mile-an-hour road. I'm going 46 right now. And there's a median lane. This is funny. And this guy started to turn right. He started to turn. He literally went halfway into this lane. Like halfway into the lane. Halfway into the lane. Make me stop short. I just don't get it. I don't get it. But actually I do get it, because I did something really stupid recently. Sometimes people just have these absent-minded moments that are freaky, because it's like, whoa, bro, this is like not the best place to like lose your mind, like driving on the road. Like, imagine you're driving and someone just stops sideways in front of you. That's not cool. But I had a moment where I stopped. I don't know why this is happening in this video while I'm talking about intuition. I think it's just something else I have to talk about. Yeah, but I had a moment where in my previous destination. Okay, so first I'm going to tell you the story that I wanted to tell you, and then I'm going to tell you about my traffic stupid moment. Because I don't want I don't want to like push shame. I know that I reacted to this guy and I was like, what the fuck, and I gave him a look. But I'm just like gonna give myself compassion, because he literally stopped in the middle of the road. He stopped when I was going full speed, which is like that. It gave me a strong reaction, but I don't want to make my reaction about him, because truthfully I have no idea what he's going through. I have no idea why he did something that ignorant. I don't know who he is. I have no idea, and just God bless him, honestly. This is really interesting. I just captured a very visceral reaction real time, and I'm processing it with you and alchemizing some shame, some serious things. So anyway, the story. Okay, so my story, my original story. Wow, this is quite the video so far. Yeah, so I was like 8 hours away, not 7 hours away from where I am right now, driving wise, and I saw a sticker on a car that had a specific name of like a town or a location on it, that for some reason it just jumped out at me like really strongly. And I was like, what? So I asked ChatGPT, like, where is this place? And they said, there's a place in California, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, interesting. And just now, just a minute before I picked up my phone to safely record a video, which maybe is kind of stupid, but I'm doing it. I'm anchoring my hand. I've got a hand on the steering wheel. I don't really want to talk about it. I don't know. Maybe it's not a good idea. Maybe I should get a little thing to hold my phone, but I'm very used to this, so I'm doing it. Feel free to call me out if you really need to. I'm kind of afraid of that, but you know what? I'm doing this, so I'm kind of opening myself up to the potential for it. And I want to be safe. And I think I'm being safe, but I could be wrong. I don't know. But I am being safe. Anyway, just before I picked up my phone right now, I saw a sign, like a fancy brick sign that had the name of that sticker on that car that I saw a friggin' whole state over. And I was like, holy crap, that's no coincidence. So I asked voice dictation, what I asked for ChatGPT to remind me, where did you say that this location was? And they were like, California. And I was like, oh wow, because I'm here and I just saw this, and it was like a community or like a golf course or something, I don't know, but I was like, holy crap, that's just wild. That's wild that stuck out to me, and then I just see it on the road like, hello. But it makes sense. Okay, and so now I want to talk about something that's actually really near and dear to my heart, which is raw, vulnerable processing and liberating shame. So we're all human, we all make mistakes, okay? That doesn't, is my steering wheel heater on? Why does it feel hot? Just from where I was holding it. It's not on. Yeah, no, it's not on. It's just really hot for some reason. Yeah, so we all make mistakes. We all have absent-minded moments, and there's this thing that happens after we make mistakes. And either we learn and grow from it, and we find more love, more safety, more connection, more clarity, more empowerment. You know, we grow from it. We become enlightened. We evolve from it. Or we maybe receive feedback that's charged or not compassionate. Like me, in the moment that I was reacting to this man who was honestly doing something really freaking dangerous, and my reaction was valid. I mean, I'm validating myself, but I also recognize that in that exact moment, I was not being compassionate. I was being reactive. And that's not an insult either. It's not a negative judgment. It's not, I have no kind of attachment to, you know, that fact, because it's just what was happening, and it's neutral in that sense. And I gave him a look, and I was like trying to process, like, what the hell was this of a person driving and stopping in the middle of the road while I'm going full speed, having to like slam on my brakes. That was my moment, and I had it. And he just gave me a friendly wave, you know? He had no anger or animosity in his face whatsoever. And I don't know why he didn't like back up after he stopped, because I like slowed down and slowly drove around him so I wouldn't like, you know, swerve. I mean, there was really no one in the other lane, but you know, I would rather, if it's safe to do so, like slow down instead of just swerving out of the way of someone, because I don't want to hit someone if I have like a blind spot. But I don't have blind spots on this car, and even though it's a car and has technology that tells me, it gives a blinking light if someone's in my blind spot, I know that that's still technology, and I can't rely on that, and I need to, you know, check my own body for safety. I need to look with my eyes. But I have gotten comfortable with not having that feature, so sometimes I just look in the rearview mirror, see if the light's on, and then I shift, which I don't want to get in that habit too much. I just want to remain aware, because I know that sometimes machines, you know, fail, knock on invisible wood. So anyway, this guy had this moment, and I reacted with anything except for compassion, which honestly I'm embarrassed, but I think that people would generally understand. And I honestly think that people would like be like, yo, fuck him, which, okay, like, yeah, you have a moment, but I'm not into directing my anger or my fear or my moments onto people, even if they seem like they deserve it. The truth is that I have no freaking clue what the hell this man is going through. God bless him, God protect him, God forbid any of these things, any of these horrible scenarios, but is he going through something horrible? I don't know. Where is he coming from? Where is he going to? What's his past like? What's his history? I don't know. But that's that's compassion, and I want to try to be compassionate. And I think that it was such a moment, and so interesting that I caught it on camera, because when I was in my previous destination a couple days ago, I was absent-minded. I was tired. If you watch my recent video about releasing, you can kind of get a sense of some of the things that I was going through. But my nervous system's been releasing trauma and stress that it's been carrying for my whole freaking life. And I want to attribute my driving fallacy in this moment to that, and just have compassion for myself, not take accountability for the fact that what I did was dangerous and wrong. But it's okay to make mistakes. What I'm learning right now, just being on my own, really, and being separate from relationships that constantly punish me and never forgive me, and treat me like a terrible person just because I made a mistake. That's kind of what my nervous system was used to. So it was really cool to just have this moment to reflect and be like, in a video, to be like, actually, that's not what I want. That's not what I want to recreate in this world. Because mistakes are freaking everywhere. Everyone makes them. And sometimes life just hands you mistake after mistake after mistake for you to learn how to have compassion for yourself and for other people. And it's okay to also react and be angry, because we're human. You know what I mean? There's no denying it. But it's like, have your reaction, but do everything in your power to transmute it in a way that's safe and healthy for you, and also protects the hearts of other people. Yes, it's righteous. It's morally righteous in Judaism to protect the hearts of others. And this is a nuanced conversation. Why do I feel like this is a troubled teen institution that I'm driving past? I drove past one earlier, which is just crazy to me. I'm gonna have to look that up. And I'm entering hilly area. I'm going uphill and driving between some hills. I just love when the landscape changes like this, and these oh my god, I'm just getting really excited. Oh yeah, baby, I love this. So yeah, I had a moment where I was making a right turn onto this road, and I wasn't aware of the distance between the front of my car and the beginning of the road, and apparently I was in the road slightly, and this woman was driving, and she honked at me and freaked out, and then swerved away, and I was like, holy shit, and I backed up. I didn't realize I was in the road. I didn't realize. My depth perception was off, and I guess I wasn't as sharp, and I did something stupid. I made a mistake, and I wasn't being stupid. I'm not a stupid person, but I made a silly mistake. I made a very possibly avoidable mistake if I had been more aware. And I love that this just happened, because I feel like I want to teach people watching this that it's okay I kind of want to teach people that, oh my god, why is this squirrel standing in the middle of the road? There's a squirrel intently looking at something in the middle of the road, and he was not moving when all these cars were going by, and it made me think did he have a baby in the road that died or something? God forbid. Also, that's so sad. That is so sad. And it also just goes to show that when in a knee-jerk reaction, you might perceive someone hanging out in the middle of all this freaking analogies about people just hanging out in the middle of the road, and there's a freaking squirrel doing the same thing. I cannot make this up. This is just thing after thing after thing after thing after thing. I don't know what's coming next, but I feel like something's gonna blow up. Something huge is coming. 67. I don't know if that means anything to anyone. 67. There's a sign with the number 67. Oh my gosh. I can feel something happening like crazy. I can just, I'm driving through this zone, and I'm just holy crap. You know when things just line up one after the other, and it kind of blows your mind and makes you feel okay, where's the next turn on this roller coaster going to be, and what the hell is going to happen? Because this is just driving me. It's wow, this is crazy. The traffic thing, and then the freaking squirrel, and just the patterns everywhere. It's just, I'm excited about it. So anyway, what we have a knee-jerk reaction to wanting to judge. I just want to encourage you, for the sake of your own emotional security and for the emotional safety and security of others, to learn how to be compassionate to yourself. And if you have been in scenarios in your life where you experienced like really harsh judgment for making mistakes, or you're used to like messing up and not being forgiven, then I want you to hear right now, I love you, I forgive you, and you deserve to experience what it's like to make a mistake and know that it's okay to be wrong and have a moment and have a slip, and that you're still worthy, you're still loved, you're still cool, you're still important. Because I personally, you know, having gone through emotional manipulation, gaslighting, abuse, I know what it feels like to be punished for being human, like literally just existing and doing nothing wrong. And it's not wrong to make a mistake because we're humans. So it's like, in fact, it's right. It's like natural. We can't avoid making mistakes. We can't be perfect. We can't be perfect. There's a difference between, you know, making a mistake and being imperfect, and then being explicitly abusive. You know what I mean? And I hope that you put yourself in a situation, you get away from toxicity so you can recognize what that difference is and find your peace again. Also, I'm freaking out because the landscape's starting to change to more like desert, dry, rolling hills, and I'm just like, I almost feel this like spiritual nausea of excitement where it's like this energy of like, I'm entering the literal world of my dreams. I cannot even explain to you how many consecutive dreams I've had about like desert landscapes, and it's just slowly, like day by day, week by week, I'm watching my environment like change and shift, and I'm coming closer to this promise, and it's such big energy. So yeah, let this be a reminder to you to, one, trust the things that jump out at you and call you, trust your intuition, and no matter how quiet it is, I'm telling you, shut those stupid voices in your head up, because they're not your voice, they're not your intuition, they're noise, they're echoes. Quiet them down, go far away where you can't hear anything but the birds or whatever, turn the screens off, meditate, do whatever you need to do to hear yourself again, and listen, okay? Listen. And let those sounds and voices and all that crap just like burn. Let it burn, you know? Like, let it just be released. Because that's what's got to happen in order for you to move closer to where God is pulling you towards. So pay attention to those little things, okay? That's the anecdote about the sticker I saw on that car and the sign I drove past just now. And then also, there's obviously something to be said about the energy that's just like coming in this video to make itself known, which is you know, let this be confirmation, a reflection, a mirror, if this is for you, but you know, some people watching this, whoever it is, that you are about to blow up. Your life's about to blow up in the best way. And the things that come up and come to your attention are no mistake, they're no joke. It's almost like you're going through these surprises, these synchronicities, these things, these moments, like me with the traffic thing and the symbolism and my self-reflections and the squirrel in the road too. It's like all these things have come up to remind me personally that I have grown, and those moments were proof, because even though I had a reaction to that guy, I was able to validate my reaction, to have compassion for him, and to have compassion for myself for mistakes that I've made, even when other people have gotten mad at me. And it's kind of helped me reduce my fear of fucking up or messing up, pardon my French, you know, and because that's one thing that I'm like kind of terrified of, or I was subconsciously previously, but I'm kind of in this place now where it's like it's not as heavy a fear, because now that I'm secure in myself and I know that I can access compassion and forgiveness even if I make a mistake, even if someone holds a grudge against me for their whole life, which I know what that feels like. I know what that feels like in a relationship, you know, having a grudge held against you for either something you did that you didn't mean to do, or something that you did that they twisted into something it's not, or something you did that was genuinely, you know, hurtful. Whether you meant it or not is besides the point. Like, your impact is real, but it's like when people hold a grudge and they only see what they want to see out of you. It's like it teaches you that you're not worth forgiveness or compassion, and that because you're human and you're making mistakes, you're not good enough, because you're not good enough for them. So it's like, you gotta leave those relationships behind. You gotta leave that way of thinking and being behind, and learn how to forgive yourself, and also understand that they have limitations. Have compassion for them. And I'm thinking about narcissistic abuse specifically. It's one of the hardest things to kind of grow and heal from. But I'm sitting in my car having this revelation as I'm speaking out loud, and you're witnessing it, which I think is really exciting for me. And oh my God, I'm like, I'm getting the feeling right now that I'm like falling. Like, I don't know if you've ever fallen, like, or, you know, gone on a roller coaster and you feel that anti-gravity feeling. Spiritually, that's how I feel right now, because I'm seeing the landscape and I'm like, this is surreal. This is surreal. It's charging my soul with this like unreal energy, and I'm like, I can't even believe. This is just, I'm in a profound moment right now. I'm glad I'm recording this. I don't know who this is for or what this means to whoever's watching, but it's like, stay persistent on your path, stick to your goals, go where you're called to go. I have been having dreams of this phase of my life for literal years, like 7 years, and I'm finally slowly entering it. I don't feel like I'm like in the thing, like settled down in the thing, but I certainly feel like I've crossed the threshold, and I'm walking down the final stretch. I literally am like actually seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, like metaphorically. But anyway, let these energies, these circumstances, these synchronicities that are happening in your life be a sign and a reminder and a confirmation to you of how much you've grown and how ready you are to take on this new life, this new thing. I'm so fucking excited right now. I don't know where it's coming from. Well, I mean, I know where it's coming from, but it's like surreal. This is a very, very surreal moment for me right now. Very surreal. I can like feel like there's like my spirit is like trembling. And I can remember a couple years ago when I went on another huge road trip that was guided by dreams and by my spirit. I finally had found the house that I would be to live in for the, you know, next 2.5 years, in this location that I was intuitively pulled to. And I can remember the way, like 2 moments where I was just wailing with catharsis and gratitude and grief. Like, I was so grateful that I was wailing. I was crying so hard. I couldn't contain anything. One time was when I was driving away from checking out the property for the first time in person, and I was just wailing because I knew in my heart and soul that a huge part of my future self, my soul that had been calling me towards that location, finally entered my body and integrated, and I was releasing that energy. That's what it was. And there was another moment when I finally moved into that house, and I had watched a documentary called The Alpinist on Netflix. I don't think it's up there anymore, but it's an incredibly moving story. And so I watched it, and I grieved, and I was like screaming. You ever cry so much you're just screaming? Well, I was doing that, and I was like seeing sparkles in my vision after I cried, and I could feel the like thick silence in the air. I didn't have neighbors at the time, so no one heard me through the walls, don't worry. But yeah, just a minute ago, I felt the anticipation of another moment like that happening. And at that point, I didn't really use my YouTube channel so much or post too much, but now I'm posting. So, you know, expect lots of like updates and maybe more real-time revelations like this. I'm just so excited. I feel like a different person. I feel like there's a part of me that's come in. I feel clearer. I feel more fluid. I can't explain. I feel like the flow of my words coming out and the way that my voice feels is noticeably different. And this, what you're watching right now, is my experience of a part of my soul literally entering my body. Some of you watching this maybe might think, what the hell are you talking about? How can I explain it? So let me explain it to you in as simple as terms as possible. imagine you're like really in the mood for chocolate covered strawberries, or like strawberries with whipped cream is what was coming to mind originally. So imagine you really want strawberries with whipped cream, and it's like, oh, you feel that like, oh, it's almost like a painful like wanting for the strawberries and whipped cream. And so you use that pain to inform you of where you want to go, which is to the fridge or to the grocery store to buy your cravings. And then when you make them and you finally eat them, you feel this, you feel a release, you feel pleasure, you feel satisfaction. And that's exactly what I'm talking about, because the part of your soul that asked for those whipped cream and strawberries is inside your body right now, because it's fulfilled and you're experiencing that fulfillment. So when we have dreams, goals, visions in life, where we, my baby's so peaceful back here, where we, when we have dreams, goals, visions, and we, move towards them, a lot of the time it can be painful and filled with longing and yearning. And it's part of the process, but you kind of take that pain as a guidepost to show you where you're supposed to go, where you're meant to go, where you want to go. I even like look different in my face. I'm at a red light, and it's like a one-way road, so the opposite traffic's coming right now, so I'm allowed to look. But yeah, like going in the direction of where you want to go sometimes feels painful, but like along the way you get these confirmations, these signs, these affirmations that fill your soul more and more. And it's like the closer you get to the thing itself, the fulfillment of the goal or the vision, it's like the more you start to feel what you're watching me feel right now, which is like this part of your soul literally coming back into your body, which is so fucking exciting. So I guess the whole theme of this video is kind of like parts of you are returning to your soul. Like this is a massive soul reclamation, and the signs and synchronicities and feelings and intuitive hits that you're getting are all reminders that you're on the right path and you're getting closer to where your spirit is calling you. So I just want to be a voice to echo that reality and help you feel confident in your intuition and confirm where you're going, and trusting your voice, trusting yourself. So I'm gonna leave this here. If you want to work with me personally, I offer psychic and intuitive tarot readings, or just regular readings without cards. I also offer intuitive body art scans. Info for that is in the description. Everything. If you're watching this before June 16th, check the description for an online EVENTBRITE event that I'm hosting called Rocky Transitions, designed to hold space for those who are navigating transitions in life, big or small. Because during transitions is usually a time when we parse apart our old identity and form a new one. So my event is designed to hold space for that process and make meaning out of it, and have a safe space to process and share on your own, and also reflect with community, and share stories and archetypes, and be able to recognize our stories and ourselves and our processes in other people. So it becomes an experience of maybe something we're going through alone that feels scary, into an experience of connection and deeper meaning making, and finding more humanity in that space. So if you're interested in either of those things, check the description. And I love you so much. Sending you all my love, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye bye.